create new. So in this create new now, we choose any of the, it is in web or print. So let's go with A4. Create. So you can see now that you have created a background scale with, so we didn't just go to open direct. If you go to open direct and you are opening the picture will come in and represent its own background. But this one now, you can see this place, see where this layer is. You can see that this one is representing the background. But if you were observant the time I was using that picture, that picture was representing the background. Okay. So with this now, if you import any picture, I'll just drag. I can drag and drop. You can do that also, but it's you have, so this alternative one. Mhm. So I will now show you the alternative two. So if you observe this picture now using the move tool, which is this, I can now I can now do like this, move it to any direction I want. Okay, let me import another one directly from. So you go to file, you go to open, go to open, then you choose the picture you want. So you can see it. Okay, so this is another procedure of importing an image. Once you go to file, in that file, you locate what we call place embedded. Once you click it, your media opens up and then you choose the particular im- you choose the particular image you want to upload. just choosing this for example, you want to upload a particular image now. So you can do this using place embedded. So I've shown you three aspects of how to import images into your Photoshop. So you can see that now. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so just as I said, the toolbar contains the Photoshop tools used for editing and designing. So all those items we saw on the right hand side, those vertical are all toolbars. And with time, we'll also examine them and use them one after the other. So we have common Photoshop tools like the Move tool, which is V, used to move objects and layers. So that Move tool was actually what I showed you. You can move objects and move layers. Then we have another Marquee, Marquee tool used for rectangular or circular sections. Once you click M, shortcut M, the Marquee cube will appear. Once you click shortcut V, the tool view will appear. Then if you click shortcut L, just click L on your Photoshop, the lasso, that is, just click L, shift L. Okay, then we also have crop, which is also shortcut C, used to crop images. Then we have the lasso is they're actually freehand tools. They are freehand tools. When you talk about freehand tool can be like a pen tool or a bezier tool. They are used to draw um, curves and lines. Then for crop, we use crop to extract a particular section of an image. That's to cut a particular section of an image. That's crop. Then for the brush tool, we use brush tool for painting and drawing. Then for the eraser tool, we use eraser tool to erase some parts of an image. Then we have type tool. Type tool is used for typing. That is, we use it for typing any alphabet or words we want in the design. That is the type tool for text. Then we have the shape tool. These ones are used for creating shapes. So all these tools I'm mentioning, by tomorrow, we'll try our possible best to navigate through those tools, and by at least as I've read it out now, by the time we start using it, you will you can be able to know that we have talked about this. So for the shape tools, this is where you can be able to pick shapes like rectangle, select circle, and select lines. Then we also have the tool groups. Tool. Some tools are hidden behind others. So in order to be able to get the tools that are hidden behind others, what you need to do is to right click. Okay, let me go to my Photoshop now. So if you notice, let me expand this. Okay, see, are you seeing the tools? Okay, so by the time I right click, you will see that from this tool here, there are some other tools: blur, shaping, and smooth. Okay, so these tools are not the only ones you are seeing. There are other ones that are hidden. So let me come here now and right click. You can see object selection tool, quick selection tool, magic wand tool. So see this one, brush. If I come here and click, right click, you see brush tool. These are the lasso tools: the brush, the pen, the color replacement tools, and the mix brusher tools. They are all used for freehand sketching and others, just to draw lines and to draw shapes. So this one also, this pen tool, on that pen tool, this is another lasso tool where we have pen tools: free pen tool, curvature pen tool, anchor tool, delete anchor tool, and convert pen tool. So that's what I'm talking about. So by the time you right click, you will see all the different hidden shapes. So we have the option bar. This option bar changes based on the selected tool. For example, if you select the brush tool, you will notice that there will be um, there will be a change in the option bar. When you select the pen tool, the option bar will bring out its own properties. Okay. So you see these places. See this on your right hand side. The So maybe let's say, for instance, I want to use something like the eyedropper. Okay, okay. Take can you see here? Can you see all this place? Okay, these are where the option bars are located. So the option bar helps you to see the property of those tools. Like for instance, as I selected the brush, you can see sample size of that same brush: 3 by 3, 5 by 5, 11 by 11. You can also see sample layers, current layer, all layers. If I choose another tool now, maybe for instance, I choose this eraser tool. So you will notice that there is a change at the option bar. See, what you are now seeing there is brush, choose pencil, choose block, opacity. So these are the attributes of that, or should I say properties of that particular tool you have picked. So from these option bars, you can make your choice of adjustments. Maybe for instance, like as this flow is 100% now, you can decide to make your own flow 90%. As this smooth is 0%, you can decide to make your own smooth 15%. As this angle here is 0%, you can decide to make your own angle 45%. So as here is currently default brush. You can decide to choose block or pencil for the eraser pointer. So, so that's that for the option bar. If you choose a text tool, the option bar will show you font settings for text and what have you. Okay, why option bar matters. It allows designers to customize tools quickly. So without the option bar, tools will be limited. Then we also have panels. The panels help manage different parts of your project. Panels are usually on the right hand side. So all these ones now are your panels at the right hand side. So as time goes on, we'll still navigate through these panels and also make use of it. Then we have important panels in Photoshop. One of the most important ones are the layer panels. At least I've already showed you that one, where most where we have our layers, our background layers, our image layers. They are used to organize objects, hide or show elements, and lock layers. They are used to lock layers. Can you see this padlock here? Okay, so this background is locked on default. On default, it is already locked. No, but if I want to unlock it, I will just double click on that padlock. I will double click on the padlock and it will be unlocked. So once it is unlocked, you can now do some necessary adjustments to it. But if it is locked, you cannot tamper with it. You can now be able to maybe change the background color, change the change the um maybe if there's anything you want to erase on it, you erase. If you want to edit on it, you edit on it. So if you observe those areas, you also see the color panel where we can choose and adjust colors. Then the next there is the property panel. So those property panel shows editable properties for selected objects. Once we select any object, the property panel will display the objects. Can you see the property panels? Can you see the property panel? See, if you see here, you will see property here. Uh, then after property, you will see adjustment. After adjustment, you will see libraries. Okay. Okay. So whatever image you select under that property, whatever you will see there is the property of that particular image you have selected. Okay. So we also have the history panel. The history shows previous actions, allows undoing multiple steps. We also have the character panel used for text formatting. So the reason why all these panels are important is to improve workflow by giving quick access to settings and controls. Professional designers rely heavily on panels for speed and organization. So for you to be able to customize the workspace, your Photoshop workspace, Photoshop allows you to customize your workspace by rearranging the panels, resizing the panels, close unused panels, save custom workspace layout. So all these panels you are seeing can actually be rearranged. Okay, okay. Photoshop includes built-in workspaces such as for essentials. The purpose of essentials is general design. For photography, the purpose of photography is photo editing. For graphic web, you can do web UI designs with Photoshop. And then for motion, you can also be able to do animations. So these are some of the things that one can actually still achieve using Photoshop. Yes, you can use it for video editing actually. The different designs have different needs. For example, photographers need image adjustment panels. UI designers need alignment tools. Illustrators need brush settings. So customization improves efficiency. So there is what we call keyboard shortcuts. Keyboard shortcuts help designers to work faster. Professional designers rely on, okay, professional designers rarely rely only on the mouse. So they really rely only on the mouse. That's why we need shortcuts on the keyboard. So here we have some common Photoshop shortcuts. Can you see it? I believe you know some of them now. Control N to open new document. Okay. What of control? Your control Z S. Control Z. Okay. What of T? Okay, but you can see it now, right? Okay. Can you help me just read it? T is for what? Okay. J. Then for B. Okay. Then T. Then V. Then Control C. Control. You know all these ones now. Control P.
Control P for printing, Control F for open, Control O for open, Control B for shrink windows, Control T to open a new browser, Control plus Shift plus T for reopen a closed tab, Alternate plus Tab to switch between open apps, Alternate plus F is to close multiple
Application.
Windows P is to show desktop,
Windows plus E.
File Explorer,
Windows plus L.
to look your computer.
Lock.
Okay, sorry, to lock your computer. Okay. Windows plus R is to open run dialog box.
Yes.
Okay. Windows plus I is to open settings. Windows plus tab is to open password. F2 to rename selected file to folder. F5 is to refresh page or folder. Delete. Delete is to delete
Perma-
permanently.
Permanently.
Windows plus delete.
Control plus plus. Zoom in.
Zoom in. Okay.
You have used
Control plus minus.
zoom out. You have used those ones before now.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. So control plus H is to open history. Then the VS Code for VS Code shortcuts are important. And also we have control.
Okay.
Okay, thank